Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have come with a new topic of human biology, human physiology, and that is the cycle in a girl's life, in a woman's life, and that cycle is starting from the menarche to the menopause. So now let us understand. Every woman has a phase of life starting from menarche to the end of the menstrual period, that is called menopause. And for this, the body of a woman, body of a girl is different from boys. Every individual is born with their own characteristic chromosome, that is either it is XX or it is XY. So at the chromosome level, the male and female differentiated at the very beginning, when a person conception takes place, or when the sperm and ovum they unite together. So at that time it is a chromosomal level, but no one can know what is there in the chromosome unless it is a DNA test is done. So now let us understand, a fetus has no definite sex differentiation till the pregnancy of 4 month or 18 to 22 weeks old pregnancy. So before that, individual is a unisex organism and it has no sexual differentiations. So every individual fetus has both in their body oestrogen, that hormone, and progesterone. These two hormones, they decide in every individual, either male or female. With every individual, these two hormones is present, both oestrogen and progesterone. But in women, oestrogen is prevailing over the progesterone, and in the male, progesterone is prevailing over the oestrogen. And this prevailing in the secondary sexual character develops based on this hormone. If oestrogen is there, production of oestrogen, that will lead to the formation of mammary gland, secondary sexual character, that is mammary gland, and pubic hairs, and very round body figure, not a very musculature like a male. So these indicates that differentiate male and female. And in the same way, so now before 18 to 22 weeks, no one can say what is there in the womb. And after that, the differentiation starts, the organ formation starts, and the male organ or the female organ, they start preparing. So based on this oestrogen and progesterone, nature itself decides the individual is either a male or a female. So if it is a oestrogen prevailing over progesterone, the fetus is a baby girl, and if the progesterone supervenes over oestrogen, it is destined to be a baby boy. And either ovary or testis take its formation in the pelvis of the baby. So testis originates in the pelvis, their formation is in the pelvis, and at the birth it descends into the scrotum. Till then the scrotum is empty, it has no testis. Now come to the point, like boys, earlier I told you, girls also attain adulthood at the age of 13 or 14 and starts menstruating, that is called the menarche. With the development of secondary sexual character like pubic hair and mammary gland and the breast formation, bulging of the breast, and very cute appearance, very round figure and attractive face. So each girl is born with a definite number of eggs. Now come to the physiology of this menstruation. So now women have a very definite number of eggs. It is not that it is any number. It will for their life. Each individual woman has a particular number of eggs. What she is going to contribute, and with this growing of the with this flow, the haemorrhage or menstrual flow, the eggs quantity of eggs decrease each time. Whatever egg has formed, the second menstrual period, it will be little lesser than the earlier, and with this haemorrhage, every woman they loses 28 milligram of iron, and that is why the ladies are anemic. They lose iron, and they have to take care of their hemoglobin. Always their hemoglobin is the lesser side. As she grows in the age, the quantity of ovum also depletes, as I told you earlier, and the health of the ovum also compromises. So as she advances in her age, after 40, the ovums will not be of the 20 years girl's age. It will have lesser chance of fertilization. So now after 40, as everyone knows, the ladies, the women come to a stage where it is the flow is decreasing, and it becomes less and less, and sometimes the flow, the mens will be completely missing, and she will lack menstruation, and that type of paucity starts, and in technical word we call it menopause. So it is a pause, menstrual pause, but it will not be a menstrual cease, menocease. There won't be a menocease either after 6 months or even 1 year. Sometimes ladies, they menstruate, and the flow suddenly starts, and it is a nature's way of physiological condition. So now we come to the point how in this case homeopathy can contribute, homeopathy can help in such cases. Homeopathy has many anti-hemorrhagic medicines. So you see, if in the case of active hemorrhage, cutting, if anyone get cut or any injury, so for active hemorrhage, in homeopathy there are medicines like Arnica, Hypericum, Ledum, all these things. But this menstrual hemorrhage is a passive hemorrhage. So for this passive hemorrhage, homeopathy has very good medicines like Hammamelis, Menispermum, Trillium. These are the some few medicines which can help in ladies to overcome their dysmenorrhea or painful menstruation or excess bleeding or excess flow. So such things can be handled with the homeopathic medicine. And if suppose there is delayed menstruation or no menstruation, or if the menstruation is skipping, and she feels like menstrual flow will come, but it is not coming. In that case, Pulsatilla higher potency, unlike Pulsatilla CM potency, will definitely help to bring about the flow. the men's and such ladies. So it has all type of homeopathy has all sort of medicines. For ladies, some ladies they want to delay deliberately for some journey or some occupational problem. They want to delay their menstrual period for a few days. So in that case, also in homeopathy, Medica, there are medicines like lacasis 30, Pulsatilla 6, small, that lower potency, not higher potency, and graphitis, sanguinaria. These are documented medicines, and it is written by our earlier forefathers in the homeopathy. So, for in case of beginning, the girl, the teenager, they suffer very painful menstruation, dysmenorrhea, and in that case, most of them they take analgesic. They take the help of analgesic. So this sort of analgesic is not required. They can avoid taking analgesic, and rather than they can take the help of homeopathy. And in that case, this Viburnum opulus will help us to overcome their dysmenorrheic problem. And suppose some girls they don't express in the beginning, in the adolescent period, completely that secondary sexual character. They lack complete breast formation, and they lack their body figure to be round and attractive. So in that case, this in homeopathy there is sarcode, that pituitary gland, and this pituitary gland 30 or 200 potency, definitely it will help in the growth of their secondary sexual character, their mammary gland, and their beautification also. It will help them to grow attractive with attractive face. So with this, these are my efforts, and I strive my best to acknowledge you with the help of homeopathic medicines, whatever small hurdle or circumstance which bother an individual, so that they can take this very homeopathic medicine in their life, and they can include this without any hazard or without any problem. So with this, I hope I have given you a message. Let us continue with such message.